Nice.
Or you
So
can roll this
advantage
up.
with
Doesn't matter.
wisdom?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
not bad, not
good.
bad.
Okay. An 18, assuming I have guidance.
He better give you guidance. He's helping you on the road. Imagine, I give you advantage, but not the guidance.
But not the guidance, because I'm upsetty in my spaghetti.
So you begin making. I would say this will take one of your potions, like one of your concoctions.
Okay.
That's the cost of this. But
yeah.
Jin, you are provided a very, very strongly scented drink. You saw some of the components that went into this. Some of them are familiar to you, name and stuff like that. Like things you've seen. Technically, they're not from your homeland, but the type of tree is, you know, like evergreens and stuff like that. Those show up across the world. Stuff like that. Whatever it is, it smells potent. There are drinks like this in Asia, by the way, and they are notorious. They sell them at the konbini, aka the convenience store.
That's such a better.
Imagine going to your 7-Eleven and finding a herb drink.
I mean, that's not that crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
There's one that Korean old people love.
I've definitely heard of it.
I want to try it, but at the same time, I don't. Anyway, so you have this
carrot
drink.
juice.
Yeah, I hand you like a little cup or a little like vial of such. Or no, it would use one of my concoctions bottles.
Yeah, so that's its own flask. Yeah.
You know what it is. I add a couple things to. I imagine my potion would, like one of my healing potions, might have something in it that would be able to react. This is just a long way of me saying that I can have a bottle and shake it.
Well, they have flasks, so yeah, that's a mission done.
Just put your thumb over
before
it.
I hand it over, and I just say, if you can't handle the smell, plug your nose, but drink the whole thing all at once.
I hate taking medicine. He does,
Good thing
without hesitation, pinch his nose and just try to down it like a shot.
Pinch your nose, slam it, make me con save.
I'm good at those.
There's nothing bad that happens for us technically, but
Oh, not with that roll.
I mean,
oh, if it feels rough in your stomach, Jin, but you just for a second. Okay, you're good.
He just pulls a finger and just punches his chest. Okay, I'm good.
There is a I guess you call it's like it's so
weird.
not described. A samurai food nugget.
Food nugget.
It's so, I'm not joking. It is actually like a nugget that samurai eat at like certain times. Like I don't remember the. Oh, is it samurai? Is a ninja? Something like
It's
that.
ninja.
Is ninja?
Ninja
Yeah.
food nugget.
Yeah, it looks so weird. You've had that once, and that felt worse than this. There it is, right there. It's literally a food nugget.
Yeah.
So you have
See-
regained the use of your speak of animals.
so you hold it down. Denver just crosses her arm and nods.
Hell yeah. Before I did that, I didn't think of it. Would this just recharge the one spell, or just recharge like magical energy he has? In quotation marks.
Magical energy.
Would I have been able to cast Animal Friendship on the Kit Kat
Sure.
and then
Sure.
do that? Okay,
Yeah, sure.
he's min-max it.
Once a min-maxer, always a min-maxer.
And
Worth
now
it.
leaves. So,
Yep.
cast Animal Friendship, gives Cat finger guns. No. Downs it immediately. Bop.
Yep.
It's terrible. Hello, Submittance.
Do not deign to call me by my true name.
I fucking completely messed up. I'm so sorry, sir.
I forgive you, but never again.
Understood. I will make sure to write it 100 times to never use your name without your permission.
You can hear behind you Mina whispering to Eva. Why did that cow look so pissed immediately, huh? Don't worry about it.
Sorry, the idea of a piss cat just gets me going.
So, what do you want, Jin?
I got
To
so
interrupt
confident.
my leisure time. It must be an urgent task. Meow.
Meow.
She says meow.
It is. I would not do such if it was not dire. A compatriot of mine has been taken. And
So I heard.
news travels fast here.
There's small walls.
Fair. When they were the item, he holds out the whistle. This. It seemed to buzz when the intruder used his spell. And we have a limited time of less than an hour now to try and get a lead on how to use this to find them. I got mildly caught up in the whole thing, the whole comedy of everything. I need help figuring out what to ask this cat.
Yeah, pull the audience.
Yeah, genuinely, my head's just completely frazzled. Because, like, I can't think of anything that I didn't ask last time.
Everyone enters contemplation state.
Yeah. Hey, seen any bugbears around?
I mean,
You guys actually could have spotted him.
Really?
Yeah, it would have been hard as hell. I don't know how you would have gotten to the roll, but it technically was in the cards. He got a
Technically
28.
possible.
He got a 28 stealth.
Fucking hell. Of course he did.
Wow.
He has stealth expertise, which isn't surprising to hear for a bugbear. But there is a chance if I had rolled bad for him and you guys rolled well, you guys could have spotted him when you guys were on the rooftop.
But that
was
was
there a
not
time that you
happening.
prompted it?
The thing is, I didn't roll for him until I saw your roll, so I was just like, oh, maybe they'll see it. Nope. No. He wasn't on the rooftop, I will say that. He was on across the street.
Little freak.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But there was a chance. Anyways. What questions can you ask Lord Mittens?
first of his name.
First of his... I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I feel like
First
that
of
was-
his privilege.
First of his privilege. That's right.
Yeah, because we have the idea that it's basically... I'm going to put it in modern terms so I understand it easier. The whistle is basically tapping into a radio frequency that's not supposed to be normally on. We are trying to figure out how to access that to at least hear what they're saying or figure out where it's going.
Yes.
Last time, Mittens didn't really provide... He didn't really have answers to provide on that one, because to be fair, he's a cat. He's a really smart cat, but he's a cat.
He did roll bad that one time, but he did roll well the first time, so...
He rolled like an 18 with a +1.
He did.
He's an upper echelon of cats.
One thing you could do, and I'm pitching this, but you're not obliged at all just because I'm the GM. I'm pitching this because cooperative storytelling. You could try to just constantly emit from your end and then trace that. Like echolocation style, sort of, you know? Like wiretapping. As long as there's a connection happening, you can follow it. Right now, your thing doesn't send to them, it receives from them. But you could somehow modify it to do so.
I was gonna ask, like, is there a way we can, or something to ask him is if we can, like, reattune it to pick up different frequencies?
Potentially. Red never told you how this thing works, unfortunately, Jin.
Yeah, she told me what he needed to know.
Yeah, but hey, might be able to do.
Yeah, the only
Alternative, you could try to make a honing rod with it, but that's a bit more complicated because then it's just then you would sort of have to know where the target is to hone, which is what the shouting, I'll call it, is.
Yeah. The only problem with the first idea is, like, if you're emitting a constant frequency and then divining from that frequency, basically, you're emitting a constant frequency. Stealth is more than out the window.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah. But with Desperation of Time...
Sort of and sort of not. It depends entirely on what their capabilities are. Because do they know where you are when you transmit? Because you don't know where they are when they transmit.
Sure. They would just potentially get a buzzing of something is happening. This
From
means nothing
from
to
the
me.
point you activate the modification to whenever, they would just be constantly getting, like, they'll be constantly receiving it.
Would it be possible to overpower that to just flashbang them effectively with sensory input?
It depends on how they receive it, because if they use an item, then the item's not going to blow up.
Yeah, it'd be the same way that we would get it.
Yeah. That's a question. Hypothetical for later. If we figure out that information, we need to find the fucker.
True.
Yeah, I feel... Do I want to use Divine Inspiration on this? Kind of. This whole thing is very lost on me. Could we figure a way to amplify it? To, like, just... I don't know.
Amplify which piece?
I'm trying to think of how to word it.
I will say, just so we're clear here, they don't constantly emit a source, right? The same way, when you hold the button on a radio, it doesn't turn it on in perpetuity. It's on for as long as you hold it. Hold the button to transmit.
Yeah.
So they're not constantly holding the button. Unlike Andrew, who is now technically constantly holding the button.
Accessing
Yeah, he is.
would be a way to try and potentially communicate. Also, if they learn that we can tap into their frequency, they might change entirely because it's now compromised. So it's things to consider.
That's true.
Yeah, it's the Enigma code thing. It's like, oh, we deciphered the thing. Oh, they're gonna bomb these boats. We have to let them bomb the boats. Why? Because if we let them know, they'll just change the code.
Yeah.
But also...
another piece as well for you to potentially consider is you technically don't need to track the bugbear, because the bugbear holds Irina. Yes, that is important. But you're technically just trying to track Irina herself.
Do we have a way to do that?
Potentially, maybe, potentially not.
Technically the same way we're using the whistle right now. But I don't know how we would divine between the two. And that's assuming we only have two options. Considering we didn't know there was a second option until about an hour in real life, there could be a dozen options.
Right, you're right. Let's see. You guys might be able to code it to Irina. You would have to find someone that would know how to do the coding in the first place, or try to, I guess, brute force it yourselves. The other catch is you would need to code it in the first place. You need a sample to use. But that's not the hard part. Because you guys technically have, like, 3-some samples already, right now.
Yeah.
Because Badger and Ace were just attuned to each other via Irina. So that means Irina's connection is there. And Mina as well.
Yeah.
Because she just came from a mission with Irina. You guys have samples, spore samples from Irina.
So I also have
sap samples.
They're definitely wilted and dead at this point, but I do have those mushrooms still.
You do. You do have that as well. That could help. So now it's a question of how would you guys enter in the code, so to speak. You guys have the code. How do you punch it into the whistle that doesn't have a display on it?
Now we need a coding.
Okay, so what the whistle is, it's a CPU. We need a display. I'm putting it in terms that make sense to me, because it's actually helping me a lot on this.
Yeah, and it works.
Is this it? I don't know everything about it. I don't know everything about CPUs.
Yeah, the CPU is effectively like the brain, or like the I guess technically it'd be a Wi-Fi card, but that's not fun. It would be like the brain piece, but if you don't have something to visualize what the brain is doing, it's just doing its thing. It just exists, and it's just humming and processing. So we need to figure out how to get the processes and make it something visible, tangible, or audible.
Well, that's where Mittens might be able to help you.
Great to powerful Mittens, help me build a CPU. I've watched too many non-Linus tech tips.
Artificery and Sigildry is part of a wizard's arsenal, technically. Because of, like, you see a glyph of warding, right? That's technically Artificery and Sigildry. It is a sigil. Literally a sigil. It is a ward. It is a glyph. The question is, does Mittens know how to do that? This is the second time today I gotta look up a cat stat block.
God tier Mittens,
Oh
come
my
on. Sir Mittens,
this
earn that
one-
title.
He's got to roll well because this is actually one that uses intelligence, and he has a -4 on that.
He what? Okay.
Yeah, that's he's got to roll well.
He's gotta, like, actually get a 20.
You can't give him a little buff for being in a wizard or an apprentice.
He is a very smart cat. He's an upper echelon of cats.
I
Even
think
just
that
like a
reflects
little.
more on him. Okay, I'll give him a +1, so he's at -3. So
Hey, it's something.
does he get guidance?
Sure,
Will
why
you
not?
help? Will you help
Guidance, the
Mitten?
kitty cat.
The muffin.
I'll help the
Why
cat.
not?
You will help the cat. You will help the cat.
Fuck we ball, fuck we ball, fuck we ball.
Is there any other way to give him modifiers or buffs? Technically Hawk. Because Alec does intend on him becoming an artificer, so I feel like that is like a...
Can he give the cat advantage? By
I
being
don't know.
basically the cat's hands?
Well, he's not doing it for you. He's just telling you guys how to do it.
I mean, but that he could have a couple ideas that he swings by the cat that could give a little bit of a boost. If he was here, I guess.
Let me see what his plan... Because he actually has a 5-level plan. If he's gonna go
What?
multi-class an artificer next level, then I'll say yes. He is not. Moving on. Right, because he's gonna be highway rider at 3rd level. Duh.
So he can have tools all the time.
Yeah. Eva could give him a bardic.
Oh my god, wait. Is he just the thing of Murmur's Row?
Is what?
Is the bugbear just the thing that's in Murmur's Row? Nobody knows what's going on there, and people will just fucking disappear.
Who
And
knows?
their whole thing is traps, ambushing, and disappearing.
Hold on.
Wait a second. It's not a ghost.
That's a thought.
Potentially. I'm not gonna confirm or deny that.
Fair enough.
Eva will give a bardic. She's right down to 2.
Oh.
Alright, I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm mostly afraid of what the bardic will look like. Because those have always been bad, honestly. Alright, I'm gonna open my eyes.
I'm gonna give him
15.
inspiration.
15?
I want that to be higher. Give it inspiration. I will take a 15!
You'll take a
17, because I'll tell you it's a 17, because we probably would take the 1 and the 4 from that one, and then the actual d20 roll from this one.
I will take
No.
your mercy.
So 17. 17.
Oh, wait, I should mark that off before I forget.
17 is good enough.
Let's go.
Hey.
He sighs.
Chin.
Can't ever find good help these days. Alright. We're going to need a few things, which that one there, he says looking at Denver, should be able to provide.
Does he look right at me?
He tilts his head in your direction.
Okay, but he doesn't look at me.
No.
Okay.
Denver,
We're
I'm
going
give you
to
a list
need-
of things you need.
We're going to first need a patch of dirt with grass on it outside. That should be easy.
Mhm.
Next, he thinks for a moment, we're going to need a type of grass. That whistle is carved from bamboo, which is actually a type of grass. Not many people know that.
I actually didn't know that.
Well, now you know, and you're welcome. So now that we find a cousin species of the whistle, we will need to do what they call a graft. We will need to use the living energy of the grass, implant the whistle onto that plant, tie it up, and influence the first grass. Did you get that?
He seems a little bit lost off the exact sciences, but he's probably heard of grafting before.
Yeah, it's a pretty common. It's actually older than most people think.
Yeah. Because it's like,
Yeah.
I need another tree over here. Boom, done. He
That's how
slowly
grafting
nods
is.
and picks up nodding. It's like, I think we can figure that out, yes.
So
I
what
see.
Mittens is proposing
Yes.
is you have to find a species of grass that the Ree can integrate with, right? A cousin species, right? Because you can't just take a blade of grass, which is like 1/10 of its width, and do that, because that's not how grafting works. Okay. You would install the whistle onto that one, and because that one's still alive, you could influence it. Right? Because the whistle is no longer alive. It's like cut up. It's cut off from its source. It has
Super
energy in it, yeah, but it's like dried and everything. It doesn't work like that, right?
Mhm.
From there, you would need, if any of you had the Druidcraft cantrip, that would be perfect for this. Unfortunately, you guys don't have that, but
Imagine being a druid or a very weird ranger.
unfortunately, you guys lost the Druid a little bit ago.
Yeah.
That being said, there are other things you could do to manipulate the plant that aren't outright the cantrip Druidcraft. That's what you guys have to do. And that's how you, once you guys figure out how to do that, that's when you can quote-unquote recode the whistle. Because you're not recoding the whistle anymore. You're recoding the plant that the whistle is grafted onto. Like installing like a fucking SIM card on a phone. So,
Man, Red's
next
gonna be
step-
fucking pissed.
she might be mad. This might break your connection to her. Unless you recode it back, which is different story, because now you need a sample of what that was. Anyways, that's besides the point. So that is the final hang-up, is how do you guys manipulate the plant, the bamboo shoot, I'll call it. Which you guys have to do. It's gonna be some forms of magic, or how to say, force of presence, force of intent. Also, that's what bamboo shoot looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I can't remember which war, but in some of them, people were tied on top of those and just let the plants go through their chest.
Vietnam, baby.
Fucking
hopefully.
wild.
Yep. It's wild.
Anyways,
So you guys essentially go find something akin to a bamboo shoot to put in the ground for you to graft onto. It doesn't need to be bamboo, which I don't think
Yeah.
any of you guys would have anyways, but aside from the whistle and the hat and stuff like that, but I digress.
both of those are super dead.
So you guys begin to follow suit with Mitten's instructions, and he, the gracious overseer he is, accompanies you on your quest to do this. You guys go out into the garden area surrounding the academy. Denver, you definitely have components for this. Because, well, that's sort of like what your alchemy is based out of. Naturalistic elements.
It's like my whole thing.
It's like your whole
the
thing.
whole thing I do that I do. I'm getting so much use out of me this session.
You have such a specimen. I'll call it that, specimen sample. And mechanically, yeah, you guys graft it onto the shoot. You chop a bit off the shoot, you install the whistle onto it, you tie it up to make sure it stays in place there. Now it's a question of how do you guys influence the living plant? The Druidcraft would be the direct answer, right? Or something akin to that. But I'm accepting non-direct answers right now. So what do you guys do?
So you want to influence it to pick up a signal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's because
So-
you're either telling it to code to 98.6 FM radio, right? You're not telling it to code to a specific number. You're telling it, you're giving it a sample and be like, follow this.
Yeah, we're literally giving it. It's like giving a hound dog a scent, or
Exactly.
a hound dog, a bloodhound.
Yeah.
Scent.
You had the right spirit.
Would I be able to find any spores on Badger or Ace?
Oh,
A
yeah,
sample?
easily.
I
That would
Mhm.
give you the code. The question is, how do you guys begin inputting the
To
code?
encode it.
That's yeah.
We have the numbers. We need to put the numbers into the computer, aka
Correct.
the thing.
Yes.
I mean,
That's what
my
I'm
first
wondering. How
thought
do you-
is to.
How do you influence it? Because you guys can't just cast a spell on it to do it for you. So how
Yeah.
do you do it?
My first thought
Pokemon
is
stew.
to essentially treat the graft as an open wound and
Okay.
use the spores as a way to get into the quote unquote bloodstream through the wound.
Hmm. I'll allow that. I'd allow that.
All right.
You gotta roll it up though.
All right. What am I rolling?
We get so little uses out of our bosom kit, so roll that.
Okay, wisdom.
That's
Yep.
definitely gonna
Actually,
completely
wisdom
destroy
or
this
dex?
whistle.
Wisdom or
Wisdom
dex?
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
'cause this
wisdom's
was actually
better.
delicate operation, so.
My wisdom's better, so if I can do that.
Don't worry, I'll
one.
hand you the little stabby bits. Oh, that's bad.
Ugh, that's not great. That's not great. You know what? We're
Does
gonna use.
Paradox give guidance?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's a
Just for
16.
just reference. Okay.
Yeah, I
I would
think I'm gonna
I would
use-
constitute 16 as a success.
You would?
I would. You guys need more than one success though.
Okay,
3.
that's one success.
One done. DC
So am I
15.
rolling? I'm rolling this 3 times.
No. You have done
Okay.
one method. I need
We
2
need
more.
3 methods.
All right.
You know one method is going to just outright win it. Unless you had
Yeah.
Druid Craft, in which case we wouldn't talk about this.
We wouldn't be talking about this.
That's the one
Yeah.
method wins it all, but you guys don't got that, so. So what about the rest of you? How do you force the plant to listen to you?
I pull out a gun. I point it at the plant.
Been through this whole time.
I
It's
think
like
this makes
doing
sense to do
very,
something similar for that now I think about it.
doing very delicate operations, and suddenly someone pulls out a knife and points it towards the whistle.
Where is she, you son of a bitch?
Why did you think that would work?
I don't know. I thought the
You made a
intimidation
crack.
tactics would be good.
Do anything
How
you
does
feel.
it cry?
This is what you do to the plant.
You pull out a fucking trowel.
No, get better. Keep watching the clip. Keep watching
Okay,
it.
hold on.
I
Alright,
don't know
We
if I
could-
can recording.
We could soak it because if it's wet, it's less likely to break.
That doesn't do anything though. I'm not asking you guys to make a plant. I'm asking you guys to exert influence over a plant.
Hello, who's
Else
boss?
got any nature shit you can do?
I have nature proficient. I have a thing I can add to it. I just don't have a fucking clue what it would be.
You could bust out that thing that gives you
That
those
thing.
things.
The thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because that one is an
On.
outright exertion of influence, dragon style.
Sure. He'll hold his hand above it because that's where the mark is, and just, I guess, very literally just try to exert his whim upon it to make it work in the way he wants it to, not the way he knows how to make it work. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Like, he knows how to contact red. He doesn't need it to do that. He needs it to do something else, and he wants it to do the
Yep.
other thing.
Roll me your nature, but you do get the D4, but use your charisma in place of intelligence.
I thought so. Luckily, that's not too bad. It's 0 instead of the other one, plus 1.
better than negative.
True! That is holy shit good.
Hey, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Hey.
You could have gotten even better if you got guidance on that as well, but you succeed anyway, so it's a move.
Can I have guidance just to see if it's better?
Would Carrot give
I mean,
guidance?
I don't think it could be
Yeah,
worse.
yeah, I'm helping with this. It's for a noble cause.
It is for an
Yeah,
overclass.
yeah.
Alright, roll another D4.
I'm looking for it. I'm
We're
looking for it.
saving someone
There's
here.
the 4.
I mean, you're
It's a two.
guaranteed to at least get a 20, so.
Okay,
Probably
one.
one. That's a second method. What about third? What third method?
We've had 2 methods, yes.
But what about third?
Oh, third method.
Could I suggest something for the NPC?
Sure.
I was trying to think of how to do like a religion one on this, like contact like a forest spirit kind of thing.
Ooh.
Would Eva be able to do something akin to that, considering her connection with Giselle, and Giselle being kind of a divine-ish thing?
No. Shit. You ask Eva, and she just simply remarks, I'm afraid that's not exactly how Giselle was gifted unto me. Giselle, I be a bird, but she's more than that. She's not a... As you say, She doth be a spirit of nature, but the nature she doth be a part of isn't of the earth. She gestures upwards. It is of the sky and the sun. Light.
Alright.
I might be able to help. I'm not quite sure, though. But my people have always been attuned with the earth. That is part of a way of life. So perhaps, just maybe, I might be able to, he rolls his hand, commune with the plant. What the fuck are we even doing, bro? We're talking to a plant.
We talked to a cat. We're gonna talk to a plant.
We literally talk to a dog person.
That one would be fine. Those would be
you?
talking things, right? But plants don't. Never mind. She looks at fires. Do what you gotta do, bro.
You truly have never listened into a forest before, have you?
She blinks a couple times at you. Do you think we got forests on the Ungapoko?
You don't have forests?
We got plants, yeah, bruv. But not like forests like this. Trees going this hour tall. Only ones I know are palm.
Well, I would hope to see one day. He says, try not to cry at the thought of not having forests.
Roll insight.
Roll insight. I'll throw you one whole ass insight. That man, he doesn't see shit.
Moving on.
The ice cubes are crying, melting in his eyes. He can't see nothing.
Alright, so let's
How do
see
you
if
find your way if you get lost in an Ungapoka forest?
you hear for the ocean.
You stand up.
I can't see anything through these trees. Leans up slightly. Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah. I was lying down the whole time. Alright, this does take a key point from Fayez. But he's gonna try. Does he have a nature train? No, of course he doesn't.
Papa.
Based. Based.
God damn.
Hey.
He
Based.
don't even need the guns.
Based.
This is about that guns.
Damn.
You guys
So
begin hearing the whistle. Well, whistle. It. You guys can tell the tune of the whistle, despite it being a static object, fluctuate. One isn't. You never heard the whistle, Jin. Technically, it's a soundless whistle, but you can tell because you are sort of holding near it. The vibrations is giving off. One is more familiar. Then you guys begin applying some of Irina's spores, and then the tune and the vibration frequency, call it, changes. And then it stops. Do you pick it up?
After like a solid like 5 seconds of being like, oh god, we fucking broke it. It's time for this to Irina. And I broke it. Red's gonna be so mad. He does pick it up.
You pick it up, and it is humming. Vibrating. As you begin turning, the vibrations ever so slightly increase. Until you get to a certain point and go past it. Then it begins decreasing.
Is it like a really fine selection, or does it have a bit of a angle to it?
No, it's more of like a compass.
More like
Whenever you point towards north, quote unquote, towards Irina, it increases. It will also increase by distance, or I guess decrease by distance. It will increase with proximity. It is not utterly imperceivable, so that means she's not super far, like miles.
But she's not exactly close.
No, she's not that close. But you guys have a lead now. And it only took you guys about 15 minutes.
50 or 15?
15.
Goddamn.